decisions, I decided I'm going to tell you about the most French musician you probably never heard of, but that exists in the universe. And the real name of this musician, as we put out there, is Remy Gallego, but he performs under the name of his project is The Algorithm. So once again, I said his real name is Remy Gallego. He's like a one-man performer, composer, producer, whatever. He was born in 1989 in Birmingham, and in 2013 he won the Best Underground Band Award presented by Metal Hammer. And the name The Algorithm is supposed to underline the synthetic nature of his music. And I'll talk about that later. And what also is present in his music is the fact that he is himself a computer science major. He studied that along with studying how to play guitar, and he used to play in several metal bands as a guitarist, but then when his studies took over and he started being interested in producing music by himself using electronic means. And that gave birth to his unique blend of genres. So, as I'm going to demonstrate now, the evolution of his musical style is a mix of a progressive metal branch known as gent, which relies heavily on complex polyrhythms, and mixing it with all sorts of electronic genres. So, in 2009, his first sort of more proper demo, Critical Error, was released, and as you will be able to hear, the metal and electronic parts were mostly away from each other. So, you hear all the complex drumming and the distorted guitars, but only later on in the song, the electronic part comes in. So they were mostly like two separate entities, but in one song. Then, after that, he played his first live show, and we're going to talk about his live performances later. He got noticed by a label known as Basic Records, and released his first major, so to say, album, Polymorphic Code. As you can see, all the references to technical and computer stuff are a sign of you being a computer science major. And the name of the songs are also referred something about programming. So Polymorphic Code was released in 2012, and
wow, I got a bunch of books. Who needs internet? Ask me anything. I'll get the answer in 40 minutes.
Trance is his sort of signature song that he still plays.
That's a great ad.
And here, his style became a bit more refined. The guitar and metal part of his musicianship was simplified, but it became much more integrated into the electronic side of things. They're all now blended together. Then, 2 years later, he released his second major album, Octopus 4, which was a concept album about Commodore 64 system that has gone insane and started turning people into Will Smiths. And there is a song, Will Smith, that will like is an example of his live performance later. But on this album, this is a more experimental album of his because here he drew more influences from electronic side of things. But Damage Points is my favorite song from this album because of the very specific like part in it. But for the first time, he wrote clear-cut ambient tracks like supposed to be like Void, for example, is a very ambient track that like for the first time in his discography. See, it's nothing like the rest of his discography. It's very calm, like 3.5 minutes of those ethereal computer noises. Yes. No, this is just one particular track. Yeah, so this is why it stands out so much. So there's also a track called on their _MOS, which is very heavily relying on 8-bit samples that he did not really use before. And the opening track, Outer Run, draws more influences on the other side. It's more of a post-rock feel. So it's a 5-minute song that's very slowly progresses and adds more layers on top of each other. It's something really unusual for his style. So this album is more of his experimental side, but he still did not abandon his roots because this is Damage Points, and somewhere in the middle around here, this is it's much more electronic sounding. This is the section is almost really like for playing in clubs. That has vocals. In the track on Devenir Combat, he got his brother to record a rapping section in French. But since I really know what the lyrics are about and we are supposed to keep it censored, so I decided not to include this one. I only got, no matter how many times I listen to it, the only word that I understand is the experience in the end. And so, the album that he released this year, on the 1st of April, Brute Force, is, in my opinion, the pinnacle of his work. Because while on Octopus 4 he improved the electronic part of his music, on this one he leveled up the metal part of his musicianship on the level that the electronic one was. And so now he created a more perfect blend.
She's real. Search them on the official trailer.
And for the first time also, this shows, for example, in the song Pointers, which is the second single of the album, that the drum for the first time in his musicianship, in his songs, we're keeping sections in here. Before that, all the songs had like a go-through structure and not one section repeated. But in those songs, they became repeat sections, more hooks, and also guitar solos in here. Yeah, this section with the breakup even twice. Here in the beginning of the song and near the end. But first, also for the first time, the guitar solo was used. Trying to find the part. Yeah, and more emphasis on riffing, not just like shouting, but also like actual melodic riffs in here. out. French are also known for popularizing the genre of electronics known as synthwave, which is very reminiscent of 80s era electronics that used to be like heavy for like action movies. Like maybe you've heard in the movie Drive, and it popularized the song Night Call by Kavinsky. This is the example of synthwave. And he wrote an almost like synthwave track called User Space here, but really made it his own because he added tremolo melodies on guitar and grooves. So, such a complex musical project, there is a question of, as a metal artist, how do you perform it live? And his live act also improved over time with his musicianship. His first show he played at Euroblast 7, it was just him and his synth pad.
Diagnosed with HIV and not sure where to start.
You see, for all his like set, everything here, all of what he played, he just used a single like MIDI controller. This was everything. Only him, no one using this noise. See, there's not even drama there. However, after some time, he saw a YouTube video of the drummer of the band Monuments, Mike Malan, who recorded a drum cover of his song. And Remy got so impressed that he decided to recruit him for live performances. And so here's a video of his performance in 2013 in Moscow, where like he had both a live drummer and a guitarist play along with him, while Remy himself used the synthesizers. Unfortunately, I was not at that concert, but I was lucky enough to see him in 2016, which was one of the best experiences in my lifetime. So, yes, how about go over here? There he is working with the D-pad and knobs. There's a drummer over there, and a guitarist. Unfortunately, after some time, the guitarist Max Michel departed. If I recall correctly, it was because he wanted to complete his musical education. And also, the drummer Mike also had to be replaced later on by John Ferrio of the band and Unit Structure because of his back problems. In 2014, after the release of Octopus 4, Remy got very excited about having a guitar synthesizer, a new piece of gear that he used frequently in the recording of the album, and as you can see in the live performances of Will Space. So this is how his live show looked in around 2014. And this recording really impressed me because I've never seen a person switch between various instruments in the middle of a song. So as you will be able to see it, at the start of it, still with the drummer, but yeah, people wearing Will Smith masks. He's playing the guitar synthesizer. Song, he switches
14 minutes.
switches to play the MIDI controller again, and then once again near the end of the song, he switches once again, but he switches to guitar at some point. I don't remember exactly, but at some point in the song he starts playing guitar. No, I see. There we go. Before switching to the controller. So he switched from synthesizer to guitar to really control. And this really his latest performance in 2016, where he performs the title track of the album Brute Force. And pay attention to what he says before starting the song.
Is it quick?
The reason for this is because Rikishi 26, so he's very well versed in internet culture and the culture of memes, and so he tries to spread his own memes through his Facebook page, his Twitter, and all his other social media outlets. One of the running jokes of the algorithm fan base is that either Riki quits and instead of him Gerard Depardieu starts to play, or that he will just become one of the live members playing either drums or guitar. And Gerard Depardieu memes are very, very popular within the fan base. So for example, here is one of his Photoshop works where the brute force artwork is decorated with the faces of Gerard Depardieu. And even our French textbook is no exception. He really, really liked this one. Also, he keeps in contact with his fan base, and he posts those dialogue caps as jokes. And "we" is also a meme because he even has a T-shirt that just says "we" on it, and it's like an actual piece of merchandise that I wait to arrive to my doorstep sometime soon. Yeah, and this is his profile picture on most of his social media outlets like Instagram and Facebook. This is his profile picture. "We" is everything. And as you can see, he also tries sometimes plays around and makes up characters like a fictional character named Gaylord and jokes that he's going to quit and start just playing him as a basketball aficionado and Adam Sandler fan. And also he made this epic video, which unfortunately he did not play at the Moscow show because there was no screen background, but it really is kind of accurate. He made it himself too. Yeah. So yes, I think that's about it. Thank you all for your attention.